What's up, family? It is Tera Chantelle. Thank you so much for being here today. And I just want to share something with you that I have noticed living in this matrix and living in this world or whatever, that we prioritize romance above it all. Okay, that is our driving force. That is what we are so desperate for, depriving over, fantasizing over, controlling our whole life surrounded by romance, right? And it got me wondering, why don't we have this energy towards platonic friendships, platonic relationships? Why don't we have this type of energy towards those type of people that is in our lives? I was sitting here and thinking about that, wow, we are really chasing this idea of what we think love is instead of just operating from a place of love, actually centering ourselves in love. But we have this hierarchy of how we treat people, when we can treat everybody with kindness, everybody with love, and everybody fair. Nobody should be on a pedestal. Nobody should be above anybody. But we have been trained to put people in a box. We have been trained to put our loved ones in a category, who we like more, who we do this for. What's up, family? We will be right back in the scheduled program, but first let me tell you about the courses that we have available for the chosen party. We have sexual divine energy, we have self-love, and we have the social media mastery, and many more. That's available now on the website. Please visit our website below, click the links, and I cannot wait to see you on the other side, because it's going to develop you mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, and elevate your brand, elevate your social media presence, and learn about the core values that you have within yourself by first developing a spiritual relationship with yourself. It's your girl, Tera Chantelle, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. And it's very limited, and I'm maybe it's just me, because I think about love in just such an abundance form. I think of love in abundance. I don't need to just put my attention on one specific person when there is beautiful people all around me. I am not going to hoard my love or box my love in, no, I can only look at this one person, I can only see this one person, I can only love this one person, when if I just open my eyes, it's love all around us. And I value platonic relationships so much over romance. I see it as no difference. I value platonic relationships so much, and it's very weird for some people to even comprehend this term as platonic relationships and platonic friendships, because their sole focus is romance. They can't even fathom that you can have friends, that you can have life partners in this type of form, that you can have a spiritual connection with these type of beautiful beings. We stop having this narrow view around love and surrounded by love, then we can start seeing the beauty of love. Platonic relationships has so many benefits I don't even think we are aware of. It requires less stress. It requires less expectations of one another. It will allow you to be your truest, most authentic self without trying to change anyone. You can truly master the art form of detachment when you are in a platonic relationship, and this can truly be your foundation towards romance if that is your goal in life. But why do we be having goals? Like, I need to do this with somebody. I need to find me my other half. I have to find me my everything. And that's where we're getting things so misconstrued, because we're trying to have so much pressure in romance with one person and trying to make them our best friend, our everything, and our whole entire world. And that is unfair to them, that we require so much out of them, when all you have to do is look around and there is many different loves around you. Once you start vibrating from love, once you start being love, then you can start singing love just like that, instead of trying to tell people how to be in romance and trying to change them to fit this idea in your head and allow them to be. This is detachment, because platonic relationships will give you the space to flow, will give you the space to flourish, will give you the experience to become your truth, because platonic relationships don't need much out of you. They just want you to flourish in your beingness, in your wholeness. They don't have this image how romance has truly brainwashed us to believing that it is a certain type of relationship that we should all desire, when it's no rules to this life. And once we start truly embodying that it's no rules to this life, live relationships of what it fits for you, it's truly art. Relationships is art. Loving someone is art. So embrace how you are painting with others. Embrace how you are working with others. Embrace the partnership in others. But I have noticed, because everyone just thinks that romance is the end all be all. So we have these different stages, like boyfriend and girlfriend, fiance and wife, and then we have this nuclear family that tends to separate you from the community, will separate you from your support system, will separate you from your identity, and having you lost. And we will chase after these labels and titles like boyfriend and girlfriend, which does not exist. That is the biggest lie. But everyone desires that to play a part, to audition, to show someone that you can fit their life, and to really be someone you're not. You're wearing a mask in romance because you're trying to persuade to this person that you can't live without me. I am your everything. I am your end all be all. The only thing that I see that is different from romance and platonic relationship is when the intimacy of sex is involved with romance. But when you have the value on platonic relationships, what I do and how I have shifted my mindset and shifted my heart to focus on platonic relationships, and the only thing that we just don't do is have sex. But the intimacy is there, the connection is there, the vulnerability is there, beauty of growth is there, and the true foundation of platonic relationships, which I love so much, is freedom. It's no pressure. You can be who you are. We can go our separate ways and then always come back to who we are together, and here to experience one another, because that's all we are here to do. Having a platonic relationship is not fear-based like romance, because when you are desiring this romance, you are constantly operating from fear. What if they leave me? Do they still like me? Who are they texting? What are they doing? They're not with me. You're constantly on edge. That's not a good feeling to feel. You have so much pressure in this idea of a fantasy of what a relationship should look like due to the programmings in movies. Because if you just scratch all of that out and you rewrite the script for you, then things can work in your favor. But if you have this idea and you're making all these rules and regulations for other people, then you are operating from a place of control, not flow. And now you're trying to force everything, and that's all it seems like in romance. Is everybody is just operating from trauma, everyone is operating from insecurity, everyone is operating from fear, they're operating from possession. Like, you are mine and you can't do anything without me, especially sexually. Like, you are sexually possessive over this person, thinking that their body is yours, and that is just not healthy for me. Like, I'm not with none of that. So the value that platonic relationship hold to me holds so dear. I treat everybody with love and care, and I just have so much abundance. So maybe I am familiar with how true love really is, because once you study love and become love and be love, you can really love anyone. You can love anyone because you see the love in them, you see the God in them, and you just see your reflection, because all anyone is ever doing is pointing the mirror back at us. It's never about them. It's never about person, which romantic relationships will have us being in a victim mentality, when platonic relationships will truly have us taking accountability. We can become more healed in platonic relationships, and this is where healing starts, and it can be a great foundation for other relationships. So we should keep the same energy and understand the value of platonic relationships and how much they hold and how essential it is to the soul. Thank you, family, so much. It is Tera Chantelle, and I'm gonna meet you at the top, baby.